And all at once, summer collapsed into fall. August is giving way to September, and even here in Texas, there's a hint of change. The air feels softer at night. The light falls through the windows in a different way. Autumn might not arrive all at once here, but I still find myself craving it. The books, the blankets, the candles, the comfort of soup on the stove. There's something about this season that feels enchanted. Like even the simplest moments are touched with wonder. Maybe that's why I've always felt most at home in autumn. It's when my life naturally slows into books, tea, and endless rewatches of Gilmore Girls. And that's when I know autumn is where I belong. In today's video, I'll be gathering my own comforts of the season, decorating a little, baking something sweet, and sharing the books, movies, and small rituals that make autumn feel alive to me. And I hope you'll come along with me.
You're welcome. Need anything else? Any dragons around here need slaying?
No, thank you.
Who are you? Hey, who are you?
Follow me to my favorite tree. Well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security. There's no guarantee on anything. And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. And you'll take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. Here with you in our treetop view. Well, it takes me to when I was young. I fell before, but I can't ignore that it's nothing like I'm falling now. No, it's nothing like I'm falling now. And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. And you'll take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Before we begin decorating, I want to fill the house with the scent of autumn. something sweet, simple, and cozy in the oven. But first, I want to take this opportunity to tell you about Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring, ad-free classes for hobbyists, creative professionals, and everyone in between. You can explore everything from illustration and design to cooking, photography, and so much more. What makes Skillshare stand out is that you're learning directly from real, super talented and successful creatives, from professional illustrators and designers to photographers and entrepreneurs. Lately, I've been eyeing classes on basket weaving and garden planning, projects that feel especially fitting for the slower, more intentional pace of autumn. Most recently, I took Mastering Color in Procreate by Sarah Holliday. Color theory has always been a challenge for me, especially in a digital format, but this class broke it down in a way that finally made sense to me. I built a warm, cohesive autumn palette that I've been using for all kinds of projects, including these recipe cards. What I love about Skillshare is that it transforms an idea into something tangible, giving you both the knowledge and confidence to bring it to life. If you're interested in trying Skillshare for yourself, the first 500 people to use my link in the description or scan the QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. Whether you're designing autumn recipe cards like me or exploring something entirely new, it's a wonderful way to learn, create, and bring your ideas to life. Thank you so much to Skillshare for partnering with me on today's video. Now let's get back to baking.
Fight the darkness till break of day. The heart and the past changing so fast, like a chameleon. Red ones and blue skies. What did we know? We were so very young.
It smells absolutely amazing in here. The pumpkin and the cinnamon and the chocolate, they just smell so delicious. I'm going to try one. I feel like I need a little sweet treat to get me going before we start decorating the living room, so. They're still warm and gooey, and the chocolate is so melty, and that flaky sea salt on top is so delicious. Well, now that we have a little sweet treat sitting on the counter, I think it's time to get a little festive. Let's go decorate. Decorating for autumn always feels like hitting pause. The room changes little by little, getting softer and cozier, until it seems like the season itself has moved in. I love the ritual, the way every garland and candle makes the house feel more welcoming. And to make it even cozier, I like to put on shows or movies that carry that same autumn mood. They set the atmosphere. Some that are crisp and thoughtful, a little whimsical, sometimes even mysterious. The kind of stories that keep me company all season long. One I've been enjoying lately is Blood of My Blood, the new Outlander prequel. There's something so captivating about it. Getting to see Jamie and Claire's parents, and all of the familiar characters at such a young age, before the events we already know. The sweeping Scottish landscapes, the misty air, the sense of adventure. It feels like the perfect story to settle into as autumn begins. And since I always begin decorating with the mantle, that's usually what I'm fussing over while something like this is playing. The mantle takes the longest. Eucalyptus, flowers, wooden beads, acorns, layered until it finally feels full. The reading chair is one of my favorite corners to make cozy. A blanket folded over the ottoman, a pumpkin pillow tucked in, a candle flickering close by. For a space like this, I love films that feel like sweater weather, like Tumbledown. It's set in Maine, surrounded by forests and folk music, with that bittersweet mix of love and loss that autumn always seems to hold. Cozy and a little melancholic, it's the kind of story that keeps you company on a gray afternoon, snuggled into a chunky blanket. Decorating the dining table always feels a bit ceremonial. The lace cloth, a few taper candles, and pumpkin holders, autumn touches here and there. As the days get shorter and dinners feel slower, I think of all of Kittridge. Set in a New England town, it captures the exact feeling of late autumn. The air sharp and cool, the light golden at the edges. It's quiet, often bittersweet, but full of tenderness too. The same kind of feeling that lingers when the table is set and the candles are glowing. The couch is another perfect spot for stacking even more autumn throw pillows and blankets. By the time October rolls around, this is where we end up most evenings. With Fergus curled at our feet, Boo usually stretched out in Ryan's lap, and a hot drink on the table. That's when I think of The Four Seasons on Netflix. It follows a group of friends through the rhythm of the year, and the autumn episodes are especially cozy. They're full of golden light and the feeling of change moving gently through everyday life. It's reflective and comforting, and it's the perfect background for long, cozy nights on the couch. The coffee table is where Ryan's Diane Arbus book makes its autumn appearance. It's filled with portraits of people in Halloween costumes. Next to it, I light the big pumpkin candle. And once the flame catches, the room smells like creamy pumpkin pie. That's when I like to put on a mystery, and Three Pines fits perfectly. It's set in a small village with cozy interiors and secrets that unravel slowly. Even as the story drifts into snow, it still carries that autumn feeling, the kind of show that pairs perfectly with candlelight and something baking in the oven. The bookcase gets a few pumpkins, baskets, and autumnal books to bring in the season. It reminds me of The Bookshop. I watched it recently, and it felt like stepping straight into the novel. It's about a woman who opens a small bookshop in a quiet coastal town. And while there are cozy moments, there's also conflict and heartache woven through it. The film has this cool, overcast look, like an autumn afternoon where the sky stays gray. It's moving and a little sad, and the kind of story that lingers with you the way a rainy day does. Little vignettes like this one, filled with a pumpkin man, a few flowers, and a candle, are my favorite way to fill in the smaller corners. While I was putting this one together, I thought of The Burbs. I grew up watching it, and it is such a fun mix of suburban comedy and mystery. There are nosy neighbors, strange happenings, everyone peeking out their windows. It isn't scary, but it has that restless, slightly eerie energy that feels perfect for early autumn. The kind of movie that's cozy and funny, with just enough oddness to make it feel like October. By the time everything is in place, the room feels ready for the season. I'll light one last candle, pour some pumpkin spiced chai tea, and settle in. That's when I want something reflective, the kind of story that feels like autumn itself. Sweetland does this beautifully, full of harvest fields, soft melancholy, and tenderness that lingers like wood smoke in the air. The perfect way to close out a fall afternoon. Okay, let's talk about my autumn reading stack. I finally caved and bought The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. From what I gather, it looks like the perfect cozy small-town romance with all of the pumpkins and coffee shop vibes. It's about Jeannie, who inherits her aunt's cafe in a small town, and Logan, the grumpy local farmer she clashes with. Classic cozy romance energy. I read her book, The Christmas Tree Farm, last year and really enjoyed it. Her books seem to really capture that holiday feeling, so it looks like this is going to be such a fun read for September. Next is The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. I believe this is a sequel to her book The Spell Shop, which I absolutely loved. This one is about a magical greenhouse that's slowly losing its power, and a group of unlikely companions, including a once enchanted librarian and a talking rose, who work to restore it. It looks like it has all of the cozy fantasy elements I just adore. Whimsy, found family, and magic tied to everyday life. I can't wait to read this on a chilly, rainy afternoon. Then there's Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire. The title alone made me smile. It just sounds fun and a little gothic at the same time. It's about a farm wife whose dull life is upended by a magical basil pot, a talking cat, and a wild tangle of sorcery, capitalism, and fungus. From what I can tell, it has that quirky, slightly macabre edge, which feels perfect for autumn evenings. And finally, I picked up this horror book called The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. It's described as medieval horror, with themes of faith, secrecy, and even cannibalism. The story follows a besieged castle where saints arrive offering miracles, but at a horrifying cost. Which sounds dark, but fascinating. It seems like the perfect read, especially on a stormy October night with a candle burning. And that's my autumn TBR. The books I'll be curling up with between cozy meals and quiet evenings. Now, it's just me, a bowl of heartwarming soup, and the first page of a new book. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll come back to share the next chapter with me. Until next time, see you soon, my friends.